This is Pav BHAMBRA here for PSB Sports with the George Groves versus Chris Eubank Jr. First in the official press conference here in London. I'm joined by promoter Nisse Sauerland. How are you doing, Nisse?
Yeah, very well, very well.
First, what did you make of the press conference? I know they had some back and forth here, didn't they, both fights? It's sort of been a fight that's been simmering for a while now, hasn't it? And obviously now, with the Super Series, the fans have been gifted with this great fight.
Yeah, I mean, you've got two very strong characters, and of course, Senior as well added into the mix, who's obviously been there, seen it, and gotten the t-shirt, you know? And this is a fight that's reminds me a little bit of the Eubank era. When I first, probably one of my first memories of boxing in the UK was involving Eubank and the Ben era and the Collins era, etc., etc. So it's reminiscent of that, and boxing really is a boom sport at the moment, and Eubank against Groves, it just opens up the year perfectly. Obviously, it's a Super Series semi-final, and it's just driving the whole product forward and the whole tournament forward. I just can't wait for the final.
For sure, and I know obviously both fighters have obviously lost. I know at different levels. I mean, Eubank lost at British level. I know Groves lost 3 times at world level. But I mean, from those losses, how much do you believe those fighters have learned and come on since then?
I think these days that a loss is maybe too much emphasis is put on a loss. If you go back again to the Eubank, Ben, Collins, Watson, that golden era of middleweight, super middleweights, everyone sort of lost to each other. And I think Groves, he's only lost to good fighters. Eubank only lost to Billy Joe Saunders, who's a world champion. So. I think that zero is sometimes guarded too much in our sport. In that respect, maybe we could learn a little bit from MMA, where they kind of all lose to each other. But like I said, if you fight the best, sometimes you're going to lose. It's not like football where if you have a bad night, you get substituted. In boxing, if you have a bad night, sadly you get knocked out or lose. That's just the way it is. But if you're at the top of your level, it's bounce back ability, and George Groves and Chris Eubank have proved they've both got that, and they're at the top of their games, and they're in a tournament which encapsulates all of that.
And obviously it's been billed in general as a 50-50 fight, and obviously they were seeded to sort of match if they both won obviously in the first round. So I mean, do you believe it's a 50-50 fight? And who do you actually see winning the fight as well?
I'm not going to make any predictions, but they're both, like I said, on their night they can both beat each other. George I've known for a very long time, and he adapts very well. He adapts his game plan very well. Chris, he likes those double-handed guards, people coming forward at him, shooting off like an Abraham, like a Yildirim, that kind of style, and he thrives on that. And George won't do that, so it'll be interesting. I can't really predict it because George can fight either going forward or also very well off the back foot, and is a great counter puncher as well. So I can't call it.
In terms of the rest of the schedule as well, and obviously we have the cruiserweights as well. What's the schedule looking like now for the semi-finals? When do you hope to get these?
Well, we'll be announcing. We should announce most of the semi-finals by the end of next week.
Okay, cruiserweights and 168 pounders as well. Okay, and obviously as well, how's everything going with the Super Series? And were you guys happy with how the first round all went going into next year now?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm obviously involved, but my brother is taking the lead in the Super Series at the moment, along with a very capable team.
Sure.
It's a separate entity to Team Sauerland, of course. It's going very well. We're gaining momentum. It's getting a lot of interest, especially the cruiserweights, which you took it from a relatively unknown weight class to people talking about it the whole time, and it shows that sport wins at the end of the day, because for me some of those fights are the best fights out there in the cruiserweight division. Unbelievable athletes. Some would say they're toned up heavyweights, and for me that's I think we've got 4 amazing semi-finals to look forward to.
One final word. So what on Anthony Yigit? I know obviously he won that European title. I think we'll see at the fight for Scholten against Lane Doors. And obviously he's come on well since. So what's the plans looking now for next year for Anthony Yigit?
Listen, we're fighting Joe Hughes December 2nd. Tough fight, The issue that we have in Sweden, his home country, is that you have to play 2 months before to plan a fight. We wanted to get a fight before the Christmas break.
Sure.
So Joe Hughes came about. He said, look, I need to keep busy. I want to keep testing myself. Joe Hughes came in, and the offer was really nice, really good. Good to work with Wiggins as well. Channel 5, good exposure. Just made sense. Yigit doesn't mind fighting on the road. He actually likes it, and he's a very talented fighter. So hopefully, over 1 million people will see that on Saturday Night Live on Channel 5.
Absolutely. Well, Nisse Sauerland, I want to thank you very much for your time for PSP Sports as always, and wish you the best of luck. And obviously, George goes with Chris Eubank Jr. will be on February the 17th at the Manchester Arena. Thank you very much.
Cheers.